News every 15 minutes, weather every 10, and sports twice an hour.
Newstalk, KGVO, AM 1290 and now 101.5 FM.
You're listening to Montana Morning with Peter Christian.
An Army parachutist injured in a freefall accident in Hamilton. Good morning, everyone. It's Montana Morning. It's Wednesday, September 2nd, 2015. Right now, the sky's mostly clear. We do have still quite a bit of smoke in the area. We have 51 degrees right now. Our newscast this morning, sponsored by Dig It Excavating, bringing 30 years of excellence to every job. Call 214-4292 or visit their website at digitmontana.com. This morning's top story, a U.S. Army parachutist was injured yesterday during a training exercise in Hamilton. 16 parachutists conducted a military free-fall jump. One parachutist had an equipment malfunction and was forced to land in a residential area. First responders provided immediate medical attention, and the soldiers being observed and cared for at St. Patrick Hospital here in Missoula. Hamilton Police Chief Ryan Oster told me yesterday his officers provided some assistance in response to that accident.
This afternoon, one of the military parachuters came down in town in a residential area. He was injured. We just responded over there and assisted by blocking off some street and assisting with the EMS. The military came, they put him on their chopper and flew him out.
Members of the U.S. Army Special Operations have been conducting military free-fall training in the Bitterroot National Forest and in Ravalli County, and it'll continue through September the 4th. 2 missing hikers have been located in Glacier National Park. The 2 female hikers are employees in the Science and Resource Management Division at Glacier Park. Search efforts were launched Monday after friends noted they had not returned from a planned day hike on Sunday. Several National Park Service ground search teams responded, as well as the Flathead County Sheriff's Office and the Forest Service. The 2 missing hikers were located late Monday on a cliff face above Avalanche Lake. Flathead County Sheriff's Office's 2-Bear Air Rescue helicopter hoisted the 2 injured hikers out of the area at about 7 o'clock Tuesday morning. Both hikers had sustained leg injuries. They were taken to a local hospital. The Rattlesnake Valley in Missoula went into high alert status yesterday because of bears in the area. Montana Fish, Wildlife, and Parks bear specialist Jamie Jonkel was a busy man yesterday.
The alert was just to folks living in the Rattlesnake to be very aware that a lot of bears were in the valley. They should be thinking about bears. They shouldn't be leaving garage doors open, garbage out, and if possible, pick apples. Make sure their kids aren't running around on bikes in little hidey holes along the creek where it's real brushy.
Jonkel says it's normal to have around 8 bears roaming through the Rattlesnake, but this year things are very, very different.
Just in the Rattlesnake, just today I've had probably 15. You know, I can't begin to guess the number because some of them are repeat bears, but there's easily 20-plus bears that are right down in the Rattlesnake area, you bet. Because it's so dry, we've just got a lot of bears coming in for the apples.
So far, only 1 bear appears to have been habituated to an urban environment and is going to be removed. Jonkel said the public should call Fish, Wildlife, and Parks if they notice bears up on porches and garages or rummaging through trash barrels. Montana wildlife officials euthanized a female black bear that broke into at least one home in the neighborhood near Lockwood, which is not far from Billings. The Billings Gazette newspaper reports game wardens with Montana Fish, Wildlife, and Parks euthanized the bear yesterday after it also attempted to break into other buildings this week. The newspaper also reports the bear had been seen wandering the Emerald Hills neighborhood and appeared to be unafraid of people. For the last 2 years, there's been a seasonal closure on the Blackfoot River near the site of the old Milltown Dam. That may be changing soon. According to the spokeswoman Vivica Krauser with FWP, the closure is partially due to the dangers posed by high water in the area.
The bridge piers there, the I-90 bridge piers, have posed some hazards during those spring high water flows, as well as debris that remains in the river from the former industrial sites there, and we've been working to remove that. And so as all that's happened the past couple of years, we've had that stretch of river closed in May and June.
Krauser says a lot of work has cleaned up the site of old saw blades and other tools that littered the river bottom near the dam, and it may be time to open up the river to sporting activities year-round.
Now what we're proposing is that seasonal closure is probably not necessary moving forward, and so we're looking for comment through September 11th to hear what folks have to say, but the proposal is to just keep that stretch of river open year-round.
A link for submitting public comment can be found at our website at newstalkkgvo.com. A woman who's facing a child sex abuse charge after having nude photos of her son's alleged rape victim on her cell phone has pleaded no contest to the charge. The Billings Gazette newspaper reports Pamela Fink Coleman pleaded no contest to the charge last Friday. The felony charge carries up to a 10-year prison term and a fine of up to $10,000. Court records state that Coleman had shown the cell phone photos to another woman who then contacted police. The 14-year-old girl in the photo is one of two girls who accused of Coleman's son of raping her. The girl told police 25-year-old Jordan Coleman had blackmailed her into taking that photograph. Jordan Coleman was sentenced in March to 30 years in prison. His mother's sentencing has been scheduled for November 17th. 45-year-old Samuel Big Hair appeared in Missoula Justice Court via video from the county jail yesterday. According to court documents, Big Hair was arrested on a felony charge of criminal possession of dangerous drugs, namely methamphetamine, in the parking lot of Maui Nights Casino. Deputy Missoula County Attorney Brittany Santorno told Judge Marie Anderson that Big Hair has a lengthy criminal history.
His felonies include conviction for distribution of drugs in 2000 from Bighorn County, which he served 10 years in Montana State Prison with 8 suspended. Then he was back in prison in 2009 and again in 2010 on violations.
Santorno said Big Hair also poses a flight risk if released.
In 2012, he has a felony DUI out of Yellowstone County, for which he served 13 months in the Department of Corrections and 3 years suspended. You also just heard the defendant state that he doesn't have an address nor a phone number, so I would also state that he poses a flight risk.
Judge Anderson set bail at $15,000 to run consecutively with his probation hold. Big Hair was returned to the jail, will appear again September 17th. And an attorney for a Louisiana oil company is asking a judge to reject the government's proposed timeline for lifting its hold on an energy lease in Montana that's on land sacred to American Indians. The request comes as a federal historic preservation panel plans a public hearing, which is coming up today in Choteau, on whether to allow drilling on the 6,200-acre lease site near Glacier National Park. Solonex attorney Steve Lechner says the government's schedule will add years to the 3-decade delay the company's already endured. Lechner wants U.S. District Judge Richard Leon to lift his suspension on the lease so the Baton Rouge company can start to drill. The Blackfeet tribes in the U.S. and Canada are opposed to drilling on what they consider their spiritual homeland. Our News Talk time now, 6:12.
News Talk, KGVO.
Missoula's official weather station.
Partly sunny skies today with patchy areas of smoke. Isolated showers will develop this afternoon with our temperatures in the mid-70s. Winds will be breezy with wind gusts as high as 30 miles per hour. Chance of rain tonight. I'm meteorologist Brooke Foster for KECI 13.